There's this image we get when we hear the word charisma, right? Someone super energetic, funny, always the center of attention in any room, your Tony Stark type.
Tony, how do you go to the bathroom in the suit? Just like that.
Love that. That role model of charisma is the exact opposite of the prototypical introvert, right? Someone who's more reserved, calm, doesn't love being the center of attention. If that's you, then this video will give you a new role model, because here are 3 habits that'll make you loved in social situations without pretending like you're an extrovert, right? Instead, we're embracing the natural strengths of an introvert and turning that into charisma. And habit number 1 is taking space. This habit solves a key issue faced by the traditional introvert, right? They don't speak unless necessary. They're not filling the conversation up with unnecessary words. This seems great, right? It means you're not extremely annoying, but it also means that you haven't taken up much conversational space, right? So you haven't taken up much space in the minds of the people you're talking to, especially in a group setting. And we can make up for this reduced verbal space with increased physical space. Olivia Fox-Caban has the most memorable explanation of this in her book, The Charisma Myth. She says, we need to stand like a gorilla, like this. Okay, not like that. So what did she mean? How does a gorilla stand? I found the answers in the world of public speaking. There's a set of techniques called open body language. I competed as a public speaker for years, and we're taught that you want to have open hands, never clenched like this. You want to have wide arms and legs, never turned inward. And at the same time, when you're sitting, you don't want to scrunch like this into yourself. You want to lean back and expand. And this open body language obviously makes us look more confident, but it also makes us feel more confident. Get ready for some crazy stuff. Researchers in 2010 coined the term power posing, and they found that when we take up space by standing like a gorilla, it actually triggers feelings of power on a hormonal level. We're tricking our brain into feeling charismatic. Habit number 2 is for verbal space, the pause. This is the easiest habit to implement right now, but it's also going to make the biggest difference to our social presence. It is wild. The traditional introvert doesn't talk much, right? That's kind of the point. So the goal is that when you do talk, you gotta talk well. How can we consistently do that? It is unbelievably simple. Get this. Before speaking, or when you're about to answer a question, or when you're just thinking, pause for 3 seconds. This comes with so many benefits, okay? First of all, it gives us a moment to collect our thoughts and speak concisely, right? Instead of rambling, like, in conclusion, I conclude that furthermore, like we're trying to reach a word count on an essay. It also helps us cut out filler words. Research from 2022 found that excessive use of filler words does the most damage to a speaker's credibility. So a pause gives us a moment to decide what we're about to say and replace any of those filler words with just silence. And finally, and this one's more feelings-based, pauses build anticipation. Right? It's like a moment of suspense. Try this in a group setting. Just pause for a second and you'll see everyone around you kind of lean in to try to hear the next word you're about to say. Every moment of pause makes your words mean more. And what's more charismatic than that? Habit number 3, active listening. This phrase is tossed around all the time, okay? It almost means nothing, but it was first proposed in 1987 by psychologist Carl Rogers. Now on this channel, we keep it simple, and the simplest definition of active listening is this: pay attention and show it. You need both, right? You can't just pretend like you're paying attention when you're actually daydreaming about Taco Bell. And even if you are paying attention, if you don't show that you are, it doesn't make the other person feel heard or understood. We could talk about this for hours, but there's one golden technique that does both, that helps you pay attention and helps you show it. I present to you my favorite study of all time. Harvard, 2017. Researchers were studying a speed dating event, and they found that the people who asked more follow-up questions got more second dates. And it's my favorite because, bro, Harvard researchers had to ask teenagers, hey, would you date? Did you get the ick or what? Follow-up questions solve both parts of active listening, right? They help us better understand the situation, and they demonstrate that we're actually paying attention, that we do really care. But follow-up questions are not enough on their own, because there's a few extremely common mistakes that you could be making right now that are deal breakers. They completely ruin how good of a listener you are. So I've broken down 3 of the biggest mistakes in this video, so that we can be charismatic while staying true to who we are. We'll talk soon.